Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of Nutrition at Noon. My name is Emily. I am one of 10 in-store nutritionists with Giant. Today we're going to be talking about loving your gut, pre and probiotics. Just like always, this Nutrition at Noon is going to be about 15 minutes. First 10 minutes or so are going to be some of my best tips and strategies, and then we're going to have a live 5-minute Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions throughout the course of the presentation, please enter them in that Q&A tab at the bottom of your screen, and we'll get to them at the end. And like always, all mics and cameras are off, so we can't see you or hear you. So no matter what you have going on in your homes today, we're so happy to have you with us for this Nutrition at Noon. Okay, like I said, today we're going to be talking all about gut health. And gut health is a very trendy topic these days, and for pretty good reason. There's so much research constantly coming out nowadays about the benefits of maintaining your gut health and the relationship between gut health and your overall health. And with more products than ever popping up on the shelves that promise to give you those good gut benefits, it's no wonder that people have questions and are looking for answers. So today I'm going to give you a crash course in all things gut health, prebiotics, probiotics, and hopefully give you a little bit of inspiration on how to include some of these gut healthy foods in your diet. Let's get started by talking a little bit about the GI system in general. Now, when most people think about the GI system, the very first thing that comes to mind is digestion, and for very good reason. The number one function of your GI system is to take the food that you eat, break it down into little substances so that you can digest it and absorb those nutrients. But your GI tract does so much more than just digest food. Your GI tract and your brain are actually connected through a system of complex neurons, and they're constantly talking to each other. Your gut is telling your brain when you're hungry, when you're thirsty, when you're feeling sick, or when you're stressed out. And your gut can actually control its own reflexes and functions independently of your brain. So that's why we even go as far as calling your gut your second brain. Your gut tells you so much about what's going on in your body, and it serves as one of the main epicenters for health promotion. So taking care of your gut is super important, and that's what today is all about. Your body is filled inside and out with trillions of tiny live microorganisms. And together they're called the microbiome. And most of them exist in your small and large intestine. Now these microorganisms are very important for our health. They digest our food, they improve our immune system, and they fight off that bad bacteria that can cause us to get sick. Now your microbiome is directly influenced by the world around you, by your environment. Everything from the air you breathe, to how stressed out you are, certainly the foods you eat, impacts whether the ratio to good to bad bacteria is on point or thrown off. And you want the ratio of good to bad bacteria in your gut to be on the good side, because an imbalance can actually lead to the onset of chronic disease, things like obesity, type 2 diabetes, or heart disease. And an imbalance of your gut bacteria has also been linked to increased rates of anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. So we want to be including good gut healthy foods in our diet to make sure that we've got that perfect balance in our gut. So how do we do that? The simplest way is by eating probiotic filled foods. So probiotics are live good bacteria that help to promote that healthy gut environment so you get the health benefits and help strive off some of that chronic disease. Typically, you find probiotics in fermented foods. So I'm going to show you what some of those look like. If you look at this slide here, you'll notice that right up there towards the top, you probably see yogurt, just plain old-fashioned yogurt. This is probably one of the most common forms of probiotics in most people's diets. So whether you're eating it for breakfast or putting it in a smoothie, you're getting that good gut healthy probiotic in that food. But take a look at some of the other foods on this slide. Just like anything else, variety is key. And the more different types of foods that contain probiotics that you can take in, the more benefits you're going to get. So use this as an opportunity to try something new and challenge yourself next time you go grocery shopping. Take a look on the left there, you'll see kombucha. Kombucha is a form of fermented tea. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a warning. Just because it's fermented tea does not mean it tastes like tea. And in fact, it actually really doesn't. It's got a much sharper and more sour taste than tea does. So it's a little bit of an acquired taste, but it's one that I've really grown to love. Other ways you can get probiotics in your diet, you can check out things like tempeh, kimchi, sauerkraut, or kefir. And if none of these are really up your alley, there are a lot of products out there on the shelves that have probiotics added into some of your favorites. Like there at the bottom, that Good Culture probiotic-filled cottage cheese. So like I said, these might be foods that you're not familiar with or you don't typically include in your diet. And if so, that's okay. I'm going to give you 2 recipe inspirations that will hopefully challenge you to try something new. So let's start off with this honeydew mint smoothie that I got off of Savory's online magazine. So the base of this smoothie is kefir. Kefir is a form of fermented milk. It's kind of like a thin, drinkable yogurt. And this recipe combines it with honeydew melon, mint, sparkling water, and lime juice to make this really refreshing smoothie that you can drink for breakfast or before a workout, or maybe just sip while you're sitting outside enjoying the beautiful weather we've been having this week. This is another recipe from Savory that is going to give you those good probiotics. These are Korean-inspired wraps. You can use your protein of choice. I usually find that chicken or tofu works best, but if you have some leftover protein in your fridge that you're trying to figure out what to do with it, this is a good place to use it. It combines the meat with onions, garlic, some soy sauce, some vegetables like lettuce and carrots, and then tops it with kimchi. So that's where you're going to get those good probiotics. Just like human beings need food for us to survive and to thrive, probiotics as living organisms need food as well. And that's where prebiotics come into play. Prebiotics are the food for the probiotics to make sure that the probiotics are in tip-top shape to do their job for you. And you're typically going to find prebiotics in high fiber foods. Now, this is a little bit like getting 2 benefits for the price of 1, because we know that we want to be including high fiber foods in our diet regardless. Not only are they good for your gut, they also keep you feeling full, and they have really important benefits for your heart. And we want to be aiming for about 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. In general, I like to make it a goal to make sure that I'm including 1 high fiber food at every meal and snack so I can make sure that I'm striving towards that goal. So I'm going to give you a list of some prebiotics containing foods. These are high fiber foods that are healthy to include in your diet anyway, but are going to give you that added benefit of those prebiotics. So in the produce section, you can check out bananas, oranges, raspberries, and leafy greens. You can try whole grains, things like oatmeal or quinoa. Of course, there's some plant-based protein foods like lentils or any type of beans. And then, of course, as a snack, you can try almonds or seeds, other types of nuts and seeds. These are going to give you those prebiotics and those good healthy fibers. So I'm also going to give you 2 recipe ideas for some high fiber foods that are rich in prebiotic containing ingredients. So first up, also from Savory, is this wild rice and lentil salad. So wild rice and lentil, they are both packed with fiber. You're going to get protein from those lentils. And in addition, what I really love about this recipe is it packs it with colorful vegetables. Things like bell peppers, green beans, carrots, grape tomatoes. You get some seasoning in there with the soy sauce and garlic, and top it with a little bit of goat cheese. It makes a delicious summer side that'll keep you full and satisfied from the fiber, but also give you those prebiotics to help your gut. Or if you're looking to up your fiber intake during breakfast, you can try this blueberry chia overnight oats. It combines blueberry, oats, and chia seeds, all of which are going to give you those good prebiotics and give you that good fiber. It's going to give you walnuts for a little bit of those healthy fats, and then mix it with some milk and cinnamon. This is an overnight oats, so make it the night before you go to bed so you don't have to worry about it in the morning. You can pull it out of your fridge and eat it cold, or I prefer to eat it warm, so I might pop it in the microwave for a minute or 2. Either way, you're going to get the benefits of fiber and the benefits of prebiotics. And if you're looking for some more inspiration on how to include some of these prebiotic and fiber containing and probiotic foods in your diet, allow us to help you. We have so many resources on giantfood.com/nutrition that can help you do just that. One thing I really want to mention is that as nutritionists, all of us on our team are always available for a one-on-one virtual consultation. So we're going to do these over the phone or over the internet, and we can really work with you to make personalized goals that meet your lifestyle and your needs. We also have tons of online classes and webinars, just like this daily nutrition at noon, and we have weekly webinars on a variety of health topics. We also have our blog, which is going to give you inspiring recipes and education ideas, and of course, our Nutrition Made Easy podcast, which I actually want to plug the episode of the podcast on loving your gut. So if you liked what you heard here and want to get even a deeper dive into all of this information, definitely check out that episode of our podcast. And I can't let you go without talking about our Healthy at Home challenge. We are in week 4 already, and the challenge for this week is to go meatless for 1 meal a day and to start a step challenge. And it's not too late to share your successes with us on social media, tag Giant Food in your pictures, and use the hashtags Healthy at Home and hashtag Giant Food Challenge. And you can see here some examples of some of our favorite posts this week. You'll even see there in the bottom our manager, Lisa, and lots of other posts from people who are really taking on this Healthy at Home challenge. All right, so I'm going to see if we have any questions. Let me just pull that up here. Okay, first question we have is, what other foods have probiotics added into them, like the cottage cheese that you mentioned? So there's a lot of different products out there these days that have probiotics added in if fermented foods aren't quite your thing. So I know off the top of my head, there are some cereals out there that have probiotics added in. There are some teas, and Nature's Promise even has a chia seed and probiotic blend. So I think if you're walking up and down the aisles in the grocery store, you'll certainly find some products that meet your taste buds. And then one more question. How many probiotic foods do we need in a day? This is a little bit of a complex question that doesn't have necessarily an exact answer. The thing with probiotics is that we're still doing so much research and we're still learning so much about probiotics and the benefits that they give us. And there's so many different varieties and species and foods that you can get. So there's not one exact answer. But like I said during the presentation, we do know that getting probiotics is going to help maintain that good balance in our gut. And so variety is going to be key. Try to get as many different types of foods in your diet that contain these good probiotics and, of course, prebiotics as well. All right, and that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Nutrition at Noon. Please join us again tomorrow for another great webinar. I look forward to seeing you there. Have a great rest of your day.